Hello everyone, T-Man978. Welcome to another chill review. Today's guest is Sabine Wren from Hasbro's Star Wars The Black Series. This is one of their 6-inch action figures. Right here you see her beautiful artwork right there, which looks a little bit more pretty than the actual action figure. She's number 33 in this edition right here. And if you want to read that, take a pause right now. This figure is simply amazing. I can barely believe that this is a Hasbro product. This thing is really on the level of like comic book exclusives like frickin' NECA and DC Collectibles to me. There are so many shades of paint. They use so many different colors. Usually Hasbro only stick to like a color palette of 6 different colors, but she has at least 4 right there in the chest. And then this is 2 completely different other colors that aren't used anywhere else. Then we got that right there. Then her arms, her gloves right here. And her boots are speckled in this paint right there. I don't know how well that's coming up. These lights are kind of blinding me, so it's probably picking up on camera way better than what I'm seeing. Then her hair are 2 different other colors. The only place where this thing falls short to me is her eyes. Her eyes, they are a little bit off. And she does have like blue paint on the orange right there in the hair. So that is unfortunate. But this is an amazing figure. Not only did they paint her well, but these weapons right here, they also have like a weathering effect on them. So they're painted as well. She has 2 of these guns. And the helmet, this is freaking nicely painted. Like, without actually counting, I know I see like 5 different shades or 5 different colors in this alone. So that is friggin' awesome. Looking at the paint on her legs and her arms, it makes me wonder, are every single figure of her unique, or do they have some special pattern maker that would make all the characters look the same? But I will never be able to compare because I've never found this chick in stores like me, the T-Man the Toy Hunter. I've never seen her in stores. In fact, here is some footage right now of me getting this figure from Extra Zero. He went to the Star Wars celebration and he was able to find her for relatively cheap, like only $2 more than retail price. But she's cool, she's awesome. Like you saw, she has this hand that bends that way in a typical Star Wars fashion, where one hand raises up and down, but then you have this hand that goes in and out. So she's good with dual wielding. Now the trigger finger isn't that long, so it doesn't really go into the little trigger area too well. But let's get into the articulation. She can look all the way up, all the way down, which comes in handy for posing. Head rotates, not too much head pivot, but it's there. Shoulders, even though she has these shoulder pads on there, they can go all the way up. They just bend out of the way, which is awesome. Rotate. She doesn't have double jointed elbows. That's one thing I don't like, just like they do with all the other females. Diaphragm joint is unfortunately weak too. This is a pliable plastic, but she doesn't come forward much at all. And she goes back, but barely. Legs come out this far. She can kick forward that far. thigh swivel 360, double jointed knee, feet can go forward, come all the way back, and she has ankle pivot. But just like those other high-end figures that I was mentioning, she has a lot of paint, so be careful. You might want to even use a blow dryer or a hair dryer on the feet before you actually articulate them. But I just swiveled like a little bit until I got it to work. So she has excellent ankle pivot. She has this mask that I was showing off. It fits right over her head. Like, I thought this was a separate, because the mask was so small, I thought it was a separate head. But I like the way you could just squeeze that right over her head, which is awesome. And it's pretty much form-fitting. Like, you can see her hair coming out the back right there, which is cool. And last thing that needs to be shown, oh yeah, this comes down to be like her sight or whatever. She comes with this accessory right here. That, and before I say this, if somebody answers this question, I'm going to put a heart by their answer, moving their comment, luckily or hopefully, to the top. If somebody answers my question, please read the comments before you start answering the same question and I have to read the same answer over and over and over again. But I have zero idea what this is. It looks like either a communicator or some type of detonator or some type of tool. I can see the buttons on there. But let's see if she can hold this, because I haven't done that. But yeah, there she is with that. Before I get to comparisons, I want to definitely mention that these are pliable right here. These move. In fact, like this part of the belt moves, but it's affixed at the buckle and it's affixed in the back right there. So that doesn't move. Things look different here because my comparison footage got corrupted. So here you go. I put my background away and everything. But there you go with that right there. And if it's ever been your fantasy, here she is with two lightsabers. I know you can barely see them because they're Ahsoka's. And they're very, very light. So there you go with that right there. End of the day, this is a pretty cool looking toy. I really like it. Like I said before in my R2-D2 video, I am a casual fan of Star Wars. But when I seen her, I was like, I gotta own that. I just have to freaking own that toy right there. So I can suggest her. She's posable. I mean, the outward hip motion is kind of limited and the ab crunch is limited, but as you can see, if you try, you can get her into a good enough or decent pose. Hey, and check this out. After messing with her hips, I was able to stretch them out wider, and here is her widest stance with both feet flat on the floor. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Let me know by subscribing. Comment, share, Tman978, out of here. Thanks for watching.